All right, in this video, we talk face or faceless. Which one works best for you? Let's get into it. Welcome to another episode of Passive Gains for Life, where we teach you the mindset, the skill set, and the tool set so you get the assets earning you passive gains for life. It's Roger. We got Dave. We have Queenie. We got the team back in the house today. And today we talk face or faceless. Which is better? When you get on YouTube or you're going to create content, where do you fall on this subject? This is hotly contested because a lot of people are terrified of showing their face, and for good reason, because we don't spend much time looking at our face in the mirror sometimes, and we don't spend much time talking to ourselves, so it's like a foreign thing. And what's easy for most is creating something where you don't have to show your face. So where do any of you guys fall on that subject matter? I know we're here, I know you're already on here, but outside of this channel, what would you prefer to do? Any one of y'all can answer that.
Queenie,
Yeah, I got you.
ladies first.
Um, I actually have tried both,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. Every time, first off, let me just say, when you're dealing with wanting to show your face, it's a lot coming into it because there is a judgment of social media. Like everyone is going to see you, especially depending on your status in your
Mm-hmm.
workplace, your family life, or whatever the case might be,
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to show your face. Um, Everyone is going to see you, and for me, that was kind of terrifying. I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
do I know what I'm teaching? Do I, depending on what it is, what niche you decide to go into,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, everyone is going to see me. Am I gonna look dumb? Like I had that, and
Yeah,
I really had to get over that. As it is a mindset as well.
sure,
And
of
so
course. Huge.
I started that, and
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay. And you get comfortable as you go,
Mm-hmm.
and there's different things you learn that will
Mm-hmm.
get you down that path. And I also started a faceless, but every time I start a faceless, it's just not me. It's just not what I want to do. And so I
Mm-hmm.
realized that I want to be my brand, me,
True.
my
Yes.
face. And so, yeah, I started showing my face more and started
Yeah.
showing up for myself and believing in myself.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Now,
so I'm gonna go with face.
Yeah.
so was that a hard process for you to begin? Like how simple was that? Was it, I mean, because like you said before, it is a mindset thing. When you come on camera, it's definitely a whole mindset shift. But for you, how was that? Was it a simple process? Was it a long process?
Let me be honest. I would say because I was working on my mindset before even stepping into like on the camera, I was struggling with certain things and I was working on my mindset. So when I
Mm-hmm.
actually built up the courage to record, it wasn't terrifying. Make
Mm-hmm.
sense? But like
Mm-hmm.
even this morning, I had doubts about certain things.
Mm-hmm.
Like for instance, I decided I'm going to become a creator,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to post my life,
Mm-hmm.
certain parts, of course.
Of
and
course. We
and
don't
I'm
see you
like,
taking a shower or,
maybe,
oh boy,
but
this
not,
chicken was bad. Ah.
no, no, no. But like, just mom content in general. I do have a
Mm,
page for mom, so I was like, why am I, why am I doing this to myself? Like,
mm,
because I was like, okay, if I can make money from this, one, you can
mm.
make money from this, guys.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'm like, why am I letting people, my fears, hold me back from pursuing my dream?
Mm,
Or what people think of me stop me from pursuing my dream?
mm.
Hmm.
Do I pawn pants? Do I pawn clothes to show up every day for work? Yes. So
Yeah.
why can I do the same thing? Do I walk with a plastic bag over my face to work? No, I don't. So why can I do the same thing here? And so like even this morning I was like, one day I will be able to someone comment on a video and it's like was very rude. And so all of that I had to keep in mind. It's
Yeah.
like one for those of you who don't know, I am currently pregnant and I have a baby boy. And my husband going to school. He in his
Mm,
masters. We don't have a bunch of money to spray and even though if we did had, I was that's not the life right now, right?
mm,
And
mm,
so our living is very humble.
mm.
someone comments and basically he's like, "Oh, you guys' houses are basically the apartment so small. Why are you gonna have a next child?" Like real negative, and then asks,
Mm.
"Are you guys immigrants?"
Wow.
So the good thing is that they watched the video.
I know, right? I was like, "Thank you for watching my video and commenting because it boosts
Thank,
Yeah.
it."
thank you for the view and
Right.
the comment. I
I know,
appreciate
right?
that.
I know,
Remember,
right?
your haters are your elevators.
Exactly. And keep that in mind. And a lot of people, that was one thing that I have a lot of people who struggle with being on camera because for that reason, because it do have that negative side of social
Yeah.
media, showing your face, putting yourself out there for people to
Mhm.
basically judge you who don't even self know you.
Yeah.
That's the
Um,
part that scares me a little bit is
for
that
real.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
So,
know why. It bothers me, but when I look at my son and he does his thing, and I say, "How do you do what you?" He plays, basketball and stuff.
mm,
And he doesn't care how anybody interprets him. He's like, "I don't care." He'll wear
It's
two different socks, and he's like,
it's a
"Whatever."
mindset.
And I'm
yeah.
like, "Man, you're so good." He's really strong like that. And me, it's like my voice or how I look, my little saggy eye. But that's a character. But like what you said, you don't go into work with a bag over your face.
No,
No.
you
It's like,
don't.
wow, no,
And if I could get, if I could make the same, let me just say, we ain't talking a lot of money, right? We're just
Uh,
talking the average American salary, and
uh,
just average, right?
uh.
mhm.
I can't remember how much that is. Maybe 1,000 something, like, right? Correct?
We can look
Is
it
that?
up.
Yeah, let's look it up. What's the average salary?
I'll put it on the screen in post. But here, let me average median income, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Should have been ready for this. All right.
No, you get the
That's okay.
average salary for Americans. And I think people need to be aware of these numbers as well, because a lot of people, we work so hard, Roger.
Mm.
Like I know,
Wow.
Roger, you work so hard. David, you guys work extremely hard. And then
You
we
do
have
too. With the juggling of the YouTube and your family life. I don't know how you
that's
do it.
yes, it's a lot. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie to you and say
Yeah.
it's not. But the fact that I'm a mom and I want to be with my kids, how can I do that and still make make the
Yeah. Make
average
ends meet.
salary
Yeah. So the
ends
average
meet.
salary is 59,428
Monthly, please.
monthly.
Yeah.
Uh, that's salary. That's per year. So per hour, that's like $28 an hour.
Really?
The
So
average, nobody
yeah,
making no $28. We talk that's professionals.
yeah,
Yeah.
I know,
But
but
I'm talking about
I
like the
think it's
average
about
person.
20 or 18 or something like that.
Yeah.
I think someone I don't know.
Because
Um,
even when I came out with my degree, they wanted to pay me $17 an hour, $18 an hour with my degree.
yeah.
about $6,000 a month, a little over 6,000 actually.
That's a
But
lie.
I know it's a lie.
Because
It's based off of higher numbers, but
mhm,
in order for you to live in this country and
I think it's
how
more
you
like
say,
4,000 a month. Maybe a little less, but
less.
well,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, I mean, if we're
Probably
going
We're
to
not
talk
talking
about
about,
averages,
we're just
like
talking about it. Yeah.
yeah, just a regular, it's probably going to be about 4,000.
but Queenie, to you I'm sorry. To you, you're setting that foundation now. You're making the sacrifices now, which is I didn't do that.
Hmm.
And your kids are small, which is they need you. But right now, if you're building that foundation now, in a couple years, you'll be able to be free and make your own time and money whenever you want.
Yeah. And Roger put out a video. Yeah. And he was talking about like basically, correct me if I'm wrong, Roger. I was
Mm.
watching it and how social media going and like the money.
Oh, yeah, I have it right here. So it's called the Global Digital Content Creation Market.
Hmm.
So right now in 2023, this is the market value, right? It's a 24.5 billion with a B dollar industry. That's now. Next year is slated to go up to 30 billion and 39 the year after that. So by 2032, it's projected to rise to be over $181.4 billion industry.
Jeez.
Content creation.
Yeah.
on a global scale. So, in other words, if you're not a content creator right now, you should be.
You should be learning in some way.
You should be working towards content creation because this is an industry, this is a market that is growing. All right, in 2022 it was at 19.5 billion. If you had 1% of that,
Yeah.
you're done. You win. Game over. You won the game of life. If you had 1% of that, that's if you can make that every year. Am I wrong? What is 1% of $19 billion? Somebody do the math on that because that seems like a lot.
Let me see if I'm going to do this. 1%. Oops.
I'm not strong in math, y'all. Y'all
No,
gonna
I
have to
mean,
forgive me.
You could have just asked your phone.
This is true.
It's 190 million.
What?
I think that's
190
right.
million. $190 million. So
I
one
think. I
percent of
hope that's
nine.
right.
That
You
just
can
sounds.
edit this part of the video.
Yeah, right. We can edit it out. If our math is off, don't worry about it. We'll just say 10%. But either way, if you
Yeah.
get a percentage of that, right? 19.5 billion. That was last year. This year is 24.5 billion. I mean, the market cap has grown 25.7%. The forecast market size for 2032 is going to be 181.4 billion. I'll put this graphic up on the screen cuz I did it in my last video. So, if you're not creating content in any way shape or form, you're going to want to create content, but the question at the beginning of this video is which content do you create? Do you create a faceless channel? Do you create a channel that shows your face? Queenie highlighted hers where she's at. She falls in the face category because she's right. You are your brand. Your face is unique to you. It is literally your thumbprint in this market, right? Your face, because nobody can be you. There's only one you, right? So you yourself are unique. You're your own personal brand. Now, Dave, he does something a little bit different. We try to get him started using TikTok. And which way did you
That's
decide to
working.
go?
The TikTok's good. It's picking up
Mm-hmm.
and it's helping. Getting more exposure on that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm trying to transition by now getting into this blogging and then slowly bringing people to my website,
Mm-hmm.
training them basic AutoCAD stuff, and
Mm-hmm.
then maybe having another tab that says if you want to support the channel. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but reviews on products on Amazon and do it
So
that way.
so you're leaning more towards faceless.
Yes,
All
only
right.
because that makes me feel comfortable. But
Mm-hmm.
I think showing your face is better because people relate to faces, and it I think that's the best.
Now, how do you know that?
Because when you talk to somebody over the phone, you don't. It's just phone. You're just listening to them. But when you see them,
Mm-hmm.
it's like I feel like you build a better connection
Mm.
in that aspect. So I think face to face is good.
Yeah, because that kind of reminds me of what you were saying about the guy that you were learning the program from.
Hmm.
Uh, he shows his face,
Yeah.
right? And you kind of build some sort of trust because you got to see his face.
Hmm.
And, that's basically how that boils down. Like Queenie said, this is the same face you use. You don't go anywhere with a paper bag over your head. I say it all the time. This face is stuck with you for life. Now it's going to change. You might get a little bit more pimply. You might have some scars. You might have some saggy eyes or like a dent in the middle of your forehead that you never seen before. Or you might have, that resting face that Queenie has right now.
Yes, yes, yes.
But it's your face and it's
It's mine.
okay. Right. And as long as you realize that you're okay and this is the face that you use every day, you can get over showing your face. Now, in my case, I would say showing your face would be the best thing to do, but the caveat is it depends on what kind of content you're going to create. So that's the number one question you need to ask yourself. If you're finding yourself in a place where you're seeing this global market and seeing like how big this pie is that you can get a piece of, right? The next question you should be asking yourself is what kind of content am I going to create? And that is solely up to you. Now, I just looking at the type of content that you can create or what you would find on YouTube, I boiled it down to two categories. It's either going to be educational or entertainment. And in those two categories, you can do face or faceless. And it all depends on what you have to, it all depends on what value you provide. Because basically, when you start creating content, you have to find the value that you're bringing to the world, right? If you are a expert burper and you can burp somebody's name an entire sentence, I don't know what kind of value that might bring other than entertainment,
Hmm.
but the only reason why I thought of that because I was trying to hold back a burp. But think about it, if that was the value that you was bringing, and I'm entertaining people with my burps, now you have to figure out how you want to do that. Do you want to be associated? Do you want your face associated with the burps that you bring? Or would you like to apply that to a character, which will then put your channel in a faceless category? I'm pretty sure I could have used another
Analogy.
an analogy other than burping, but you know what?
No,
It
but it
is what it
makes
is.
sense. But also
Yeah.
think about this because not just like we just say for even for YouTube, a lot of people come on YouTube and with the faceless or face, but you have a lot of depending on the niche, but you have a lot
Hmm.
of opportunity because if a brand trying to reach out to you, they want
Hmm.
a face behind it
That's true.
most of the times. And so
That's
you
true.
wouldn't just be making money from YouTube
Hmm.
because the money lies sometimes in all those brandies and stuff. And so depending on your niche,
Hmm.
it may be a good idea to actually bring forth yourself.
Now, for those who are watching, and this might be their first time, or maybe they saw this video and was like, "What is this face or faceless? What's a niche?" They may
Oh,
not know what that is.
oh and, okay.
I mean, I can explain it, but you know,
Listen, long story short, it's just a category. So
uh
let's just
huh,
say a category. What do you like? Sports, fashion,
hmm,
basically those are niche. And it has sub niches of niches as well.
yeah.
So depending on how narrow you want to go, how wide.
Yeah. So, and just to give it an even further breakdown, a
Hmm.
niche is like a subcategory of a bigger market.
Hmm.
So you have health, wealth, fit, and relationships.
Yes.
And then in the relationship category, you will have a sub market that would be, you know, dating advice. And then you niche down from that dating advice for men or dating advice for men who are afraid of tall women. That is like a niche. That it's a subcategory of a larger market. So wherever you fall in that range, let's say you game, right? That's your thing. I like gaming. All right, cool. Well, that's going to be in a sub market of health, wealth, and relationships. I don't know where that falls.
In the gaming niche, sorry, it's
In the
just
gaming niche,
it fall
right?
in the gaming
So
niche.
that's going to be more in the entertainment,
Yeah,
yeah, the entertainment market, and it's going to be under gaming, and then it could be for Fortnite or Fortnite for people who only want to see Fortnite highlights,
yeah,
something like that. So,
I never even thought about that. I was always thinking of a niche, like, and then that was it. Like my, like the software I do.
mhm.
Never thought about down niching or whatever you
Yeah,
said.
that's because you don't be paying attention to me when I be talking.
niche
But
down.
you know, it takes a while for me to click. But what you just said here, when you use the gaming analogy, you can
Yeah,
say there's fighting, there's gaming, there's fighting, there's role
mhm.
playing, there's simulation games.
Yeah,
There's different categories of those that you can
yeah.
sub niche
It's a sub
into, which
niche.
is
Yeah,
cool.
and creating a sub niche is how you find your target audience.
Mhm.
It is how you find the people who want to see your stuff. So, thinking about this, face or faceless, well, once you figure out what market you want to be in, what sub niche you're going to be a part of, now you have to find out how you're going to create that content. And if you decide to go with your face, right? If you decide to make yourself your personal brand, how do you feel about yourself on camera?
Right.
Can
So
you get
that
over
was
that?
my question to you, Roger.
Mm,
So, because I was gonna ask, I was like, well, because there's a lot of people who struggling out there who wanna show up, but there's a deep fear. Because I have been there with that fear of with so many different things. So, if I want to get a piece of this pie,
hmm
and I want to show my face, what advice you have for me or for persons out there who want this piece of pie, but they just don't know how to get it?
Oh, well, that's simple. To quote um, a Greek goddess or Greek god, I can't figure out which one it is.
A female or male?
I think it's a male. I'm not
Okay.
too sure.
It's
Just do it. Is that Nike? No.
Yeah, it's
Nike.
like
Yeah, you just have to do it. Now, there's ways of doing it. You
Mm-hmm.
you can get up and you can hit record, but then half the time the words don't come out right. Um, Dave can definitely attest to this, and anybody who wants to do research on me, you probably will not find a video of me going back any earlier than 2021. Why? Because I personally was terrified of showing my face online.
mhm.
Absolutely horrified, mortified, all of the fights. That was me. I could not do it. And a lot of people talk to me now and they go, "Man, you're so natural on camera. Oh man, your camera equipment looks good. How long you been doing this?" I'd be like, "I just started." And they'd be like, "No, but for real, like what?" I'd be like, "Nah, I just started." And how that is possible is because I had to develop a system to get myself away from my biggest enemy, which was me and my thoughts, and to grow myself out of that mindset. So I developed a system that got me over my camera anxiety, my fear, the whole 9 yards. And now I'm trying to bring that to people like yourself. I tried to do it with Dave. Dave just doesn't want to do the work. I'm sorry, Dave, to put you out on blast, but all you got to do is do the work.
Yeah,
But Dave is here, though. The good thing is, I was able to convince him to show up every week, but he still hasn't clicked that switch in his mind to fix the mindset. Now, and
I'm a slow learner and
it
doer.
has nothing to do with slow learning. Let me explain why. When you are ready to do something like we spoke before, Dave does not care to be on camera, and that's okay. That's his prerogative. But Dave is brave because he still has been doing the show with me every week, and he shows up. Now, the good thing about it is he knows what he wants to do, which is be behind the scenes and be faceless, which is great. I'm not knocking him for that. The thing is Dave is just one of those people that don't want to be on camera, and that's okay. It's not like there's anything wrong with his face, right? He might find a ton of things wrong with his face, but you might be looking at Dave like, I see nothing wrong with this dude. Why does he not want to be on camera? It all depends on the mindset. Hey, yeah, you can put some groceries in that thing, boy. Let me stop. I'm joking with you. I
I'm
always
all
got to poke at him. I just have to poke at him. But no, in all honesty, you project who you are from the inside out.
that was
We as human beings, what happened?
that was just funny the way you said it. Now I'm looking at him thinking there's groceries in here.
Oh my goodness, son, get over it. Get over it. We project from the inside out. Right?
Mhm.
As human beings, we are mirrors, and people who are outside of us look at us, but they're seeing the inside of us of what we think of ourselves. Have you ever seen uh wait, I want to say this properly. When you see a large black lady that's full of confidence. I'm talking like
Yeah.
Lizzo. Here we
Yeah.
go. Lizzo. I'm full of confidence. I'm this and that. And it's just like you have no choice but to give her respect because that's
Mhm.
the view of herself. Although most people may not agree with what they see as being something that's attractive. But you
She
can't
projects
take
that.
that from her. You project
Yeah.
it. When you
Yeah.
project it out, then outwardly people, that's what they respect. People respect what you project,
Yeah.
right?
Mm.
If you want to project something that's respectable, then you have to start respecting yourself. So it's an inward journey. My wife tells me this all the time. She's a psychotherapist. So I gain the benefit of living with a psychotherapist and hearing all of this, information that most people have to pay for. I get it free. I get all kind of like mental advice for free. And that literally being with my wife has really helped me do a lot of inward journeys to make a lot of outward progress. Right. So in doing so, I had to discover some stuff that was inside of me that I was like, nah, I'm gonna have to push this to the side because that pie is too big for not for me not to try to eat some of that too.
Mhm.
Right. We want to
Mm-hmm.
be out here eating.
Yeah.
And if I can be at home and not be told what to do
Oh
by a boss,
gosh.
right? If
Mhm.
I could be with my family and set my own schedule and make videos and live the life I want to live by getting at least 1% of that pie, I'm going to get over this. I'm gonna get over how this looks. I'm gonna get over how my voice sounds. I'm gonna get over all of it. And that's one of the first keys to actually doing a channel that shows your face. You have to get over what you look like and what you sound like. Now, I want to invite anybody who's interested in actually learning how to do this. I have a 4-week case study that I am currently working on. I'm looking for 5 participants. This is completely free, right? All of the work that I give you to do will definitely help you overcome your camera anxiety, camera shyness, all of that. Now, it's up to you to do the work and it's completely free now, but eventually this will become a paid program. So if you want to be a part of that case study, if you want to see what I did to help me get over my camera shyness and camera anxiety, click the link below. This will send you to an email. I'll get in contact with you and fit you into the schedule that I have going on here where I can get you to a point where you can be your authentic true self on camera. Now, David had this opportunity to do it for free, but like I explained before, Dave is not one of those individuals. So if you feel like Dave, don't sign up. I don't want to waste my time with you. Because I mean, at the end of the day, I want to help those who want to actually be a part of this global market, which is growing annually, daily, actually, especially when it comes to educational stuff. Oh my goodness. Whoa.
Yeah.
Education is a $1 billion industry. I think is a day, a day that people spend $1 billion on education alone.
Yeah, because you have to think about how this society is changing. And if you don't
Mm-hmm.
change with it, then you will get left behind. Because
Mm-hmm.
we pay so much money for college. I went to college, we spend so much time in a frigging classroom
Mm,
and learn nothing.
nothing.
I
Not
could
a
have take
thing.
that time, put it into a course, and gain so much more
Yeah.
from that. But you know what? I'm grateful for the time I spent in college, yes. But I'm saying there's other ways.
Mhm.
And I do want to say one more thing, Dave. Hear me, Dave. I'm looking at Roger and calling Dave. Dave.
Yeah.
And you said be your authentic self, and a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people afraid. They fear that who's gonna listen to me? Who's gonna do this? Who's gonna do that? Let me just. I just want to do two things. I had
Mm,
a friend. She's like, Queen, who's gonna read this? Who's gonna do this? She was writing a book.
mm.
I sent it to you, right, Dave?
Yeah.
Hear me, Dave. You see, I calling you Dave again.
It's all
Why?
good. It's all
Okay.
good. It's all
And
good.
the fact that she took that leap of faith. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
was behind her, pushing her, and she had some other people pushing her, and she finally get out her first book. She couldn't believe the amount of support she got. Like number one, like top seller on Amazon now
Oh wow,
within a
Oh,
day.
wow.
that's
And if
cool.
she didn't take that leap of faith, how
Mm,
she would have find out?
yeah.
Yeah,
I made sure I shared it with all of my island friends.
Right, exactly.
I
And
sent
we,
it to Damien. He was like, "Man, this is how we talk. Who made
yes,
this?" I was like, "A
yeah,
friend." Yeah.
exactly. And so it just shows that you need to be yourself.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
When I started my podcast, I was like, who's gonna listen to me?
Mm-hmm.
You know, with my accent and
Mm-hmm.
how I got a message underneath one of my videos, and it's like, oh my goodness, I love the energy because it was a video of me and my husband.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I love your accent. I had to subscribe one time.
Mm.
I was like, okay.
Yep.
And I'm just saying that there are people out there for you, for your
Yes.
personality, for you. It
Yes.
wouldn't be for everyone, and that's okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
there's people out there who will support you
Yep.
if you be your authentic self.
Yep. That is true. That is so 100% true.
And that's what Roger gonna help you do.
Yeah, I can definitely help you get there. The thing is you just got to know the value that you have within yourself.
Hmm.
And
hmm
if you can make friends, you can make content cuz
Yeah.
content is all about making friends. At first you feel like that dude that's just standing on the corner shouting into the air, and then after a while you get some people that stand there and listen to you go, uh uh hey, just don't freak out and scare them away, it's
Yeah.
very simple not to do. But with that, we definitely want to thank you for watching this episode. Hopefully you found this content valuable. If anything, leave us a like, a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more things like this. We're going to be spending a little bit more time on this whole subject matter for a little while, and then we're going to be moving on to some other things that's going to help you learn a skill to actually build a business. But with that, we want to thank everybody for showing up. Guys, thank you for being here this week, and we'll see you guys next week. Take care.
Take care.